Okay, I need to do this really fast because in the last 3 takes I haven't been able to get it under 10 minutes, and that's just a little too long for YouTube. So here we go. This is what I have to say about Sarah Palin after doing a lot of research on CNN, CNN.com, on the issues.com, Wikipedia. The Alaska page doesn't have a lot to say, so here we go. I'm going to start with good things. She's a very genuine American woman. She raised 5 kids. While raising 5 kids, she joined the PTA. She became a member of the school board, an elected member of the school board, became the mayor of Wasalia, and then became the governor of Alaska. That's pretty impressive. Her husband's really cool. He's a fisherman and a semi-pro snowmobiler. Again, these are just very real, genuine American people who did not grow up hoping to be in the spot that they're in. I liked that she showed absolutely no shame when the rest of us found out that her daughter is an unwed, teenage, pregnant person. She smoked marijuana, but said she didn't like it, and I'd really like to talk to the other 6 people that were in the room at the time to see whether she enjoyed it or not. But again, you know, it just shows that she's a real person. This wasn't a plan, and she's found herself here. On the issues.com, I found that she really, in everything you read, regardless of the issues, whether you're looking at her stance on economy, her stance on education, her stance on whatever, you see a lot of pro-education and pro-family, and I love that. That's great. She supported the authorization of $20 million for the University of Alaska to help students, Alaskan students, go there. That bill failed, but that's not her fault. She supports the right of the parents to choose the venue of the education for their children, whether it be homeschooling or private schooling or public education. And so in that, you know, that feels just very pro-choice, which is something that I love and I'm very fond of, although I think right there is where her pro-choice ends. And so that's not really pro-choice, that's pro-choice for parents in school. Okay, things I don't like about Sarah Palin. Let's start with the road to nowhere. We all know about the bridge to nowhere, but there's a road to nowhere. That's where the bridge was supposed to end on the peninsula there by the Ketchikan Airport. The funds were already, or the contract was already signed for the road, and so they, though they didn't build the bridge, they built the road. And as governor, you'd think she should have showed some leadership and actually used those funds or other funds with the contract signed to do other stuff in Ketchikan that probably would have been a hell of a lot more helpful for those people. She is against gay marriage, and you know, there's lots of people who are against gay marriage, but when they get to be that powerful and they say that they're willing to support an amendment to end gay marriage, now I have a problem. America is founded on freedom and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. We've all read the Declaration of Independence, and I have a copy of it. I can read it to you later. When you want to ban people's rights to enjoy their life, then you're leading a life of intolerance, and that's fine for everybody else, but it's not fine for our leaders. They need to be tolerant, and the leaders of all of us. She supports the drilling of ANWR, and even though McCain doesn't, she supports the drilling of ANWR. Here's the deal with ANWR. At best estimates, there's about 10.5 billion gallons of crude down there, and Americans use 7.5 billion gallons of crude a year. So at best, it doesn't even have 2 years in it. It isn't enough to really throw on the world market and affect prices. Best guess is maybe 40 cents a gallon. And though that would feel really good, they're saying that OPEC would probably withhold whatever we pulled out of ANWR. And so here's this beautiful, I don't know, it's like 100 million acre, it may be even bigger than that, I forget, preserve, and the footprint, according to Sarah Palin, is only going to be about 2,000 acres of drilling, and that's the size of LA International Airport, and that would be fine if that was actually true. The 2,000 acres is true, except it's 2,000 acres spread out like a spider web over the other 100,000 acres, or 100 million acres, or I mean, it's huge. And so there's going to be airports, and there's going to be roads, and there's going to be platform after platform after platform after platform, and it's just really not enough oil. There isn't enough there to make this worthwhile, to destroy this ecosystem. And again, you know, she's only doing it to favor her people up there in Alaska, because they get kind of kickback from the oil companies. My take on Sarah Palin is this. She's a fabulous person. True red-blooded from Alaska, where life is hard and you do what you can to make things work. She's absolutely dedicated, I believe, to her thoughts and her principles and her ideals, and she has absolutely made a name for herself, but I don't think she should be a leader. You know, again, we are the land of the free and the home of the brave, and this is a person who will do anything and everything to limit our freedoms, my freedoms. You know, I'm an off the deep end liberal Polish Catholic atheist Jew with Buddhist tendencies, and she'd string me up for sure. I'm positive of that. As mayor of Wassalia, she tried to ban books. She went to the library and said, how do I go about banning books? And good for the librarian to say, you don't. So Sarah Palin and her family, I invite them over on election night to my house for dinner. I think it would be fun. I think they seem like really neat people. You know, we'll have a luau. We'll, because I think Todd would really dig that. You know, we'll dig an emu and we'll cook the Kahlua pig, and I'll make some lomi lomi, and we'll watch the election returns and celebrate. And the whole thing will be a little kickoff for Barack, because he is originally from Hawaii, and it'll be a good party. So, Governor and your family are invited to my place on election night. Hope to see you then. Everybody else, don't vote for this woman. Don't vote for John McCain. It's bad. And to everybody who does support this woman, I say, why? Tell me. Respond in the comments. Why is it you support Sarah Palin? This woman has no business being in politics. Thanks.